Hi Year 6, so hopefully you've done your warm-up video, you've done your stretches, and you are ready to go. Now, the first couple of weeks of what we're going to be learning about isn't too movement-based, but it's getting the understanding of how we've got to do what we need to do. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen with you, and we are going to, I'm just going to make this. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about our learning objectives, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to learn about something called a hacker, okay? So we're going to know what the hacker is, where it comes from, and we are going to be able to perform a section from the hacker, okay? So if you think you know what the hacker is, have a little pause of the video, have a little bit of a discussion, and we will see if you are right. So, right, so the next bit. So what is the hacker? Oh, a bit of a clue there in that picture. Okay, what is the hacker? Now, what sport do you think might be in our picture? Okay, have a little think. If anybody knows me, and if I've spoken to anybody, my son plays the same sport, and he plays for Derby, and he is a colt in this sport. Okay, so it is a traditional war cry, all will become clear, okay? So it's a tribal dance, okay? Tribal might give you some clue and some help as to why they perform a haka the way they do. It's used to intimidate, to scare the opposition before a battle. Okay, now if we've already worked out that this is a rugby team, okay, then they are doing this to intimidate the other rugby team, okay, their opposition. Okay, and it is a posture dance performed by a group, okay, so it's very much a visual dance, okay, it's very much looking at the body and how we can scare and intimidate and using the movement to scare and intimidate our opponent, okay. So as we said, it's a combination of vigorous, so strong gestures and facial expressions. We'll do that in a couple of weeks. Okay, stamping of the feet, because we know we show power and strength with stamping our feet, and rhythmically shouted accompaniment. Okay, so when they're performing this haka, they say a special song or a special chant that are matched with movements. Okay, so where does the haka come from? Now, as you can see in this picture, these are definitely not dressed as rugby players. Okay, so these are traditional Maori costumes. Okay, traditional makeup, and you might see that a lot of the rugby players, because the rugby players that perform the haka, okay, they're from New Zealand, and you will see that quite a few of them do have tattoos very similar to the gentleman in this picture. Okay, so a haka is the generic name given to a Maori dance. So a Maori, it is a native from New Zealand. All South Pacific countries have their own version. So even if someone's doing a haka, you might not see the same one twice. It pretty much is the same one if you watch rugby, the same one that the New Zealand All Blacks do, okay, every time. And it is it's amazing to watch. We absolutely love it when it comes on the telly in our house. It's fantastic. Okay, it originates from a tribal tale about Te Rauparaha, who escaped from death in battle in the 19th century. So it's telling a tale, okay, it's telling a story, which is really important to help you understand the movement and the facial expressions that they use. Okay, the haka is now performed in several circumstances. most commonly at the beginning of a rugby match. Okay, and I think it's fantastic when you watch it. It's so powerful, and the New Zealand rugby team are or the All Blacks are a very, very successful team. Okay, so as it says here, most famous of all is those performed by the All Blacks. Okay, now, so what does the haka look like? So the haka, there are many versions, okay? And you're going to see, I'm going to show you a clip from the New Zealand rugby team, okay? So I'm just going to skip on to the next slide because this is a better version. So, have a little watch. So these are the All Blacks. And this is what they do at the beginning of every one of their matches. Hope you're going to be as scary as these guys are. Wow. Here we go. Watch their faces, watch the strength and power in their movement. Now it's a bit blurry. You can search this for yourself on YouTube if you want to. Actually against England, I think, or is it Wales? No, it's Wales. Right. So, did you see where they were using a lot of sticking out of their tongue, a lot of slapping, a lot of slapping of the thighs, beating of the chest? Okay, it really is fantastic and so, so powerful to watch. Okay, so that is your introduction this week to the haka. Please try and watch some more online, okay? Try and have a little look and see if you can pick out what moves are in there ready to get started next week. Okay, so don't forget next week before you log on to this video, make sure you've done your stretching and your acro warm-ups so you're ready to go. Okay, looking forward to next week. Well done, Year 6.